Trex, ready na Trex? So, good afternoon ma'am, good afternoon classmates. So this is the part for security agency management. So what is security agency management? Security agency management involves the organization, staffing, and operation of a security company, utilizing modern management strategies and practical methods to ensure effective service. It includes several key components such as training, risk management. Okay, down at Rex. So that is our learning objectives. So down na down na. Chapter 10, Management and Planning. Management and general and planning functions. The security executive is no longer a practitioner who impresses people with his courage, deeds, skill apprehending criminals, or expertise in handling weapons. Rather, he is a modern manager entrusted with the twin task protecting corporate assets and ensuring that business interruption, if at all, are kept to the minimum. In fact, his most challenging role to predict the opportunities to manageable proportions. In this role, he is backed by his years and years of technical expertise, as well as the decisioning sensitivity that come with long years of exposure to the field. Okay. Okay, so management and general planning functions are essential for any organization to achieve its goal efficiently and effectively. These functions involve setting objectives, developing strategies, and coordinating resources to ensure that all activities align with our organization mission. So next, okay, next matrix. Next matrix. Okay, dia. At lang kay lag. So, introduction to industrial security concepts, management, planning, financing, organization, staffing, training, professional development, and communication. So, as I said before, so management planning, introduction to industrial security concepts, there's a planning about financing too, organizing, staffing, and training, professional development, and communication. So, next is security management and cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness means spending the least possible amount of each time of expenses is fully justified as the best available to consist with required results. At the same time, assuring the committed funds akin to provide to profit center orientation, which is closely aligned cost effectiveness security management. Definitely enhances the profitability of a business enterprise. So, security management and cost effectiveness involves implementing security measures that provide the best protection at a reasonable cost. It is about balancing the need of security with the financial realities of an organization. So next matrix. So next matrix. Madungog ko ninyo ba? Oh, record na. So security planning. Security planning is the key factor that a successful management of security program. A management experts defines planning as a predetermining of a course of action. Another defines it is as deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, and who should do it. It is necessary for a security executive to plan. The alternative is obviously to react to events that have already occurred or try to solve problems that could have been avoided in the first place. The first requirement in planning is to identify the overall objective and purpose of the organization. Afterwards, the executive may start his own planning, which should be objectives and support organization plans. So, security planning is the process of developing and implementing strategies like protect assets, mitigate risk, and ensure the safety and security of organization. It is personal and ensure it is in, it is resources. So it is involved identifying potential threats, assessing vulnerabilities, and creating a comprehensive plan to address the issues. So next na. Baba ba yun? The development of security policies. Policies for broad guide to management decision making in a situation of a repetitive nature. Its purpose is to orient decision making towards the organization's ultimate objectives. Hence, a policy should reflect objectives and be flexible and sufficiently broad enough to applicable to changing conditions. Nevertheless, security policies vary from organization to organization. Beyond moral standards, there seems to be little unity among organizations are to suggest standard policies applicable to all. So, development security policies are the process of creating document guidelines that outline how organization will protect its assets, data, and personnel. These policies provide a framework for consistent security practices and help ensure compliance with the legal regulatory requirements. So next na illustrations of security policies. One, in a non-union company, the company recognizes the loyalty of its employee and its obligation as a corporate citizen of the community and thus foster corporate attitude, the protection of personal property. Two, in a company with union, the company recognizes the obligation as a corporate citizen of the community and thus the practice of aggressive policy of persecution regarding safety in the company. Three, information security policies, the computer center recognize the property interests of the client in the case which utilize the facilities of the center. Hence, security controls the dissemination of the management information on strictly need to know basis and only to such person that have the specifically clear to receive such information. So all along, the development security policies and the process of creating documented guidelines that outline how organization will protect is no. Security policies are illustrated through various methods to help IT architects, implemented general users, understand and apply security principles effectively. So the illustration often take the form of diagrams, posters, and technical documents that provide information about the deployment and implementation of step applying security models like zero trust to different environments. Next na. Next na tricks. Next na. So, so the last of my discussion is about operating level policies. Major policies or procedures covering various areas of security will have to be developed. The need to draw up specific policies such as access control, key control, how to handle ground threat, etc. may be written as soon as possible. A basis common interpretation of include specific procedures, implementation of particular mandate from management. So, creating level policies are guidelines that govern the day-to-day operational activities that process management within the organization. So, they ensure consistency, efficiency, and compliance across various function areas. These policies can range from basic operational rules to complex frameworks depending on their scope and complexity. So, that is my topic about our report. So, next, sunod mag-report.
Ako. Dancing. Financing. Managed security requires case to carry out the various responsibility involved. A security executive should be able to have a implanted view of what activities he plans for you specific for a specific period the expected operational conductions and costs involved. A security executive should have a knowledge in purchasing and budgeting to make security managed successful. It should be familiar with the organization standard on return on investment and impending performance. So ang financing guys is, for example, kanang ga-finance ka o isa ka unsa ni sari-sari store. For example, para ng mga sa lain nasod para ng mga insect no. Ga-finance sila sa kwarta diri sa Pilipinas para makapagdayo sila sa kanang sari-sari store diri sa Pilipinas kay mas nindot man gud ang dagan diri sa Pilipinas, mas nindot ang padagan sa unsa ni sari-sari store, nindot pagka finance. Basta nindot pagka basta sakto kag financing sa isa ka sari-sari store. Sige, next. Management and planning. Contract service professional fees, membership fees, admission and subscription. Capital expenditure. There are one-time expense for physical improvement, for acquisition of equipment such as the forecast of communication equipment, computers, pairs of various alarm system according of firing range. Ang finance ubos agad. So ang management and planning daw guys is kanang nindot, for example nag tuwang kag tindahan niya. Gusto ka nga nindot pagka manage imong tindahan guys nga kanang dili bitaw makawatan, magbutang kag CCTV sa isay ka kuan para mailayo gid kini sa mga kawatan ba, para dipinsa sa mga kawatan. Okay, ubos. Okay, ubos pa kana. Organizing. An organization is the ordinary arrangement of manpower and material resource to effectively carry out your intended purpose. It moves the activity of many people into a smooth working team and security department of company. A security organization must be planned in such a way that this means the needs of the enterprise is responsible to secure. It must be designed with the end of helping a company fulfills its mission. Its such until must be able to carry out a syntax and acceptable level of efficiency. A security organization must be able to be flexible in such a way that the structure must be able to adapt to necessary change without interfering with the major objective of the organization. In other words, the structure should chance instead of impeding the work of the department arrange. So kani ang organization guys is, for example kanang pareha nang mga kanang mga engineer bitaw nga na sila mga project nga buhaton, dapat nakaplano na siya dia unsaon ni pagbuhat og unsay design ani. For example balay na guys, unsay yang forma, unsay color sa kani nga ilang gibuhat nga nga unsa ni project nila. So maara to akong report guys. Next report.
Kuna ko na. Sana pacakar ko Trex. Dra kami na. Organizational relationship. Line authority. Line authority is based in the relationship between a superior and subordinate level. It is formal, managerial authority with the right and power to issue commands, to exact accountability, and to discipline for violation. So, line authority is kanang usay siya ng otoridad sa relasyon sa taas o boss nga mga posisyon. So, ang manager adunay katungod nga magsugo, maningil o magdisiplina. So, staff authority. Managers of auxiliary and facilitating groups in the line organization. It is limited by absence of the right to command beyond staff itself. So, staff authority is kanang ang mga otoridad sa mga grupong nagasuporta sa operasyon. Kapan kuan sila kanang limitado ra o dili makasug ko sa gawa sa ilang kuan kanang grupo. So, for example, kanang ang HR adunay staff authority sa recruitment training o sana policies, pero dili sila makasugo sa ubang kuan departamento. So, functional authority. Between the above mentioned authorities and the functional authority, which is the formal power to command, limited to a specified area of expertise which may be organization-wide and directed across substructures as sections, departments, and divisions. So, functional authority is kanang otoridad nga limitado sa ilahang mga specialized nga area o mahimong anang makaabot sa tanan nga department. So, pananglitan ang kuan, ang IT adunay kanang sani functional authority sa technology o sistema sa kumpanya. Next cut. So, organizational principle. So, the work should be divided according to some logical plan. The 5 primary ways are purpose, process or method, clientele, time, and geography. So, dito is kanang tumaon ang trabaho bahin sa layunin or pagproseso, kliyente, oras o lugar. Sa next, line of authority and responsibility should be made as clear as possible. These are reflected in the pyramid-like structure with blocks and lines known as organization chart, and with the positions of greater authority and responsibility located in the upper levels. So, clearness of authority is kanang responsibility nga mamino sa nga linya sa otoridad nga kanang pananagutan. So, klaro ang hierarchy pinagi sa organization chart. So, pananglitan CEO, department heads, supervisor, guards. So, next, number 3, there should be a unity of command in the organization. This means that an employee should be under the direct control of one and only one supervisor at any given time. So, three is, usara ka kanang supervisor ang dapat magsugo sa empleyado. So, for example, kanang gwardiya, maminaw ra siya sa lahang immediate supervisor. So, number 4, One supervisor can effectively control only a number of people, and that limit should be not exceed. This is known as the principle of span of control. At the highest level, the number is normally 3, and the lowest level, the maximum is 12. So, span of control is limitado ang epektibo nga numero nga control sa supervisor, which is kuwara sila tulo hangtod 12 nga one supervisor can effectively control only a number of people, and that limit should be exceed. This is known as the principle of span of control. At the highest level, the number is memory 3, and the lowest level, the maximum is 12. So, dito ay limitado ang epektibong numero nga makontrol sa supervisor. So, for example, 15 guards. So, mas maayo magpapangat sa duha ka grupo. So, next, number 5 na. Hello. Number 5 na.
Unsa din na, number 5 naman na.
Responsibility cannot be given without delegating. Sorry, good. Responsibility cannot be given without delegating commensurate authority, and there must be accountability. So there is ang trabaho dapat adunay mga katumbat nga otoridad sa accountability. So for example, gwardiya nga assign sa building, so dapat adunay sa katungod nga mag-check kung hindi o nubag sa resulta. So, number 6, all efforts of subunits and personnel must be coordinated into the harmonious achievement of the organization objectives. So dito is kinahanglan ng magtinapangay o mag-coordinate aron makapot ang ilang tumong plano. So for example, kanang guard sa gate, lobby o building, mag-coordinate o report tayo sa kanilang supervisor. Next. Reporting levels. Oftentimes, the security director or manager may report directly to the president or at least one of the senior executives. He may also report to a middle management executive, which tends to limit his stature, authority, and scope of his responsibility. So dito is ang security director or manager kasagaran direct ang ulat sa president or senior executive. So pwede usab siya mag-ulat sa middle manager apan mahimong limited ang iyang autoridad o responsibilidad. So typical security organization. There are factors that could dictate the type of security organization that an enterprise may adopt. Among these are the corporate philosophy and purpose, the customers that the security organization is serving, the particular nature of business activities, the identified vulnerabilities, and the location of a company's facilities. So there is depende sa corporate o philosophy customers sa klase sa negosyo. So vulnerabilities o location sa pasilidad nga forma sa security organization. Next. The agency operator, security director. The security executive usually wears two hats. First, the perception that he is an expert in security, and second is the awareness that he is the highest management guy in the hierarchy. Thus, he should be backed by a track record of success in handling people, problem solving, and professional competence. So ang security director dahil is kanang kasagaran adunay duha ka papel, gila siya nga expert sa seguridad nga gila usab siya nga kanang pinakataas nga opisyal sa organisasyon. So kinahanglan nga likon ang iyang kasinatian sa pagtumala sa tao, pagsulbad sa problema o kanang iyang pagka-professionalismo. So dito number 1, leader. His most basic role is to provide leadership, set the right climate, establish the direction to take, motivate his people, and try to bring out the best in them. So, dito is kanang naghahatag og siya o kanang liderato o direction o kanang motivation. So, company executive, he is accepted by his senior management and peers as part of the management team. He is the same as a modern day manager. Dito is kanang kabahin sa senior or management o gilang moderno nga manager. So executive with high visibility, he is visibly recognized the participants in various company activities and is unmatched sought after speaker in his area of expertise. So number 3 is kanang aktibo siya sa kalihukan sa kumpanya o giimbitar nga mamulong sa iyahang eksperto nga kanang larangan. So number 4, innovator. He is expected to be always on the lookout for better and less expensive ways to do the job. He is not fearful of trying new ways and take risks. Pero sa innovator dahil kanang nangita kanunay o bagong paagi o dili mahadlok nga musulay. So next, so number 6. Number 5 day. Counselor or advisor. He can provide advice, suggest alternatives, and help solve problem. So dito is kanang mura siya kanang naghahatag siya o kanang tambag o alternative sa pagsulbad sa problema. So number 6, trainer. He established professional development and keep his people attuned with times and various requirements. So dito is kanang nagapalambot siya sa iyang pagka-professionalismo o development sa iyang mga tao. So number 7, contemporary professional. He keeps abreast with current development in the profession by participating in meetings, conferences, and seminars, and subscribes to security magazines and periodicals. So, contemporary professional is kanang nagasunod sa mga seminar, meeting, o publikasyon aron kanang magpabilin silang updated. Sa last na kong report, number 8. Saka naglag. Goal setter. Establish objectives and define the goals to be achieved. It starts with the setting up of goals and objectives for a particular period, usually a year. Afterwards, budget development follows. This involves an evaluation of current activities, identification of project new activities, and development of alternatives and determination of costs. After this, an evaluator and review. So goal setter is kanang nagplano sa mga tumong o budget sa kumpanya ng patagtuig o nag-review sa ilang progreso. So more tong last nga report. Next na po si Yuki.
occupation, ranks, and position. The security agency operator owner must observe the required major ranks and position in the organization of agency, prescribed by the implementing rule and regulation of RA 5487. Mo itong need nga sundon ng mga security agency o mga ranggo or position matod sa RA 5487. Staff management, security management staff. Number 1, security director, agency management or chief security officer. Number 2, security executive director o AD o assistant agency manager o assistant chief security officer. Number 3, security staff director o SSD, staff director for operation and staff director for administration. 4, security staff director for training, staff and change for training. Baba na. Line leader staff. Number 1, security supervisor, detachment commander. Number 2, security supervisor, chief inspector. Number 3, security supervisor, inspector. And security consultant. Security guard 1 o watchman guard, security guard o shift and change. Baba. Security consultant kay optional na siya, like optional like kuan na siya. Pang pili na goro. Baba na. Staffing pattern. All security agency owner manager should follow the required staffing pattern as prescribed under rule job section 2 and IR of RA 5487. Mapunta rin niya itong pagkakundon ng security agency and staffing pattern ayon sa rule job section 2 NR ng RA 5487. Number 1, the agency manager is automatical security director who should be responsible for the entire operation and administration management of the security agency. He should be the authorized signature to all duty detail order and all other documents and communication pertinent to the operation and management of a security agency. By delegate essential function to a subordinate, provide the subordinate is qualified to change the given function in accordance with the law. Siyang responsible sa buong operation o pangingisiwa at pamamahala ng security agency. Siya rin ang may autorisadong pumirma sa lahat ng duty details or order at iba pang mga dokumento na may operation pamamahala ng ipasa ang ilang mga tungkulin sa isang subordinate at ang subordinate na ito ay kwalifikadong ngapayan ang tungkulin ng ito sa bato. Security agency security training will be responsible for security personnel in accordance with the requirements of RF for event and IR training officers should be licensed as the likewise accredited as such by the training and education SOSIA. Now, ito ay responsible para pagsasanay ng mga security personnel ng mga agency alinsunod sa mga RA 5487 at mga and regulation ng IRR. Ang training officer ay dapat may lisensya bilang isang security officer at accredited and education branch ng SOS o IA or security officer, supervisor and baba. Alaya. Number 3, baba na. Director for operation is the staff assistant manager for the efficiency efficient operation of the agency. This position includes the responsibility to canvass central in the implementation of contract and agreement. Is also responsible for the conduct of investigation and conduct of training. Ang staff director for operation kay tumutulong sa security manager sa operasyon or paghanap ng kliyente at pagpapatupad ng mga kontrata. The staff director of administration is the staff assistant of the agency manager for the effective and efficient administration and management of the agency. Is responsible for the personalization for the personal procurement or requirement conferring of award mobility at each of FS. Tumutulong sa agency, mga pa rin ang tumutulong sa agency manager sa mga administration o pag-recruit ng mga tauhan, pag-ayos ng FA or firearms authority. Number 5, the detachment commander is the field or area commander of the agency. The detachment should be consent of several posts. Muna ka namumuno sa isang area or ahensya. Baba na liya. 6. The chief inspector shall be responsible for inspecting the entire area covered by detachment. Mo din nag wala siya inspection sa buong area ng detachment or sa probi. Number 7. The security inspector is responsible for the area assigned by Chief Inspector of Detachment Commander. Mo din ay responsible sa area na naka-assign tanan mga Chief Inspector. Number 8. The post in change is the responsible for the entire detailed security office within a central establishment. Mabayga namumuno sa security office or sa isang establishmento. The chief in change is responsible for security officers who are scheduled in a certain shift for a particular period. Mo din ang responsible sa mga security officer na naka-schedule sa isang shift or duty. The security guard is the one actually posted detachment or a guard. Mga makita sa mga kailangan magkata sa mga guard guro na mga nasa bangko or nasa mall mo din ang guard babali. Ini baba na sa position standard na to. Position standard. One of the major tasks of the corporate security exclusive which cannot be delegated is the setting up of standard for key position in this organization. Also more often than not, he himself would establish the standard for his own position, especially if it is newly created. One among the areas defined by job description are the job function, reporting, establish a relationship, skill required, demand, managerial capability, education and training, year of experience and personal stance. Mati ang kasama dito ang mga tungkulin at relasyon sa pag-uulat, kasanayan at mga kasanayan at iba pa. Hiring. This process involves sourcing of candidates. Should the advertisement of requirely interview, short listing, background investigation, selection of the best candidates, and final preparing for the job offer. Kasama sa mga proseso ang mga paghanap ng kandidato or pag-interview at pagpili ng pinakamahusay o pili nilang pinaka-hot or responsibility kay silang trabaho. Kala ilanang aliya. Training and professional development. Outshot there the have been state of the art of development in the field of security as a far technologies as the various of literature are commented is obvious that this will not immediately take place in the country. The assurance of personal development that a major office for is to do research of his own and to associate himself with and be an understudy of somebody with recognized personality competence. Madam, para sa mga security officer, maaaring magsaliksik at mag-aral sa ilalim ng isang professional. Babaliya. Discipline. Aliya, baba na Aliya. Sa disiplina. Discipline. Patrol and work and ensure the employees understood them. Employees as intellect to know what is expected of them. Isulat ang mga panuntunan at tiyaking naintindihan ito ng mga empleyado may bawat kapag may privacy of the office do not just press one in the presence of other. Sabot ani isagawa ang pagdidisiplina sa loob ng opisina. Huwag sabot ani dili daw kasabahan ng empleyado sa sulod opisina or sa tubangan niya. Ay sa banday. Dili kasabahan sa mga tubangan sa lain tao o mga civilian. Number 3. Be objective and consistent. Discipline condemns for the act and not the person. Sabot na ituruan at huwag payain. Ang sabot na kay dapat matabang ka, tipog ka, magsakit sa laing tao, tabang nga, walay maskitan nga laing tao ba? Number 5, educate and do not humiliate. The idea is to have not two hurts. discipline condemn the act of preserving modern kurikundina or disiplina at gawa ng mga gawa at hindi ang mga tao dapat disiplinahan din at ang mga guards kanang magdisiplina sa ubang tao ba kanang kung sila mo respeto. Number 4, educate and do not humiliate. The idea is to help, is not to hurt. Pagpasabot day sa kuan nga mutabang tanga di ta makasakit tapos di buta manakit sa lain tao. Sabot sa number 4 day. Keep a pile of all employees in infractions. This can come handy later on. Mapasabot na magtago ng file ng lahat ng paglabag ng empleyado. Magamit din na sa future kanang mga ilabag nila nga role ba or roles sila magamit na sila pag makasala na sila muna magamit nila para matanggal ang isa ka security. Increases discipline, ultimately delay raises question. Sabot na kay ang pagpapaliban ay nagdudulot ng mga katanungan. Wala na yung mga mga pagdisiplina dayon ganang tay nakasala ang isa ka security dapat aksyonan dayon. Muna siya number 6. Baba na niya. Appraisal of result. A performance appraisal should be done to measure and evaluate for performance of subordinates on a regular basis. It can be done anomaly to or semi-anomaly. This is the usual basis for administrative actions such as promoting or salary increase, or on the extreme, the basis for separation from organization. Mao din ang mga performance evaluation o pagsusuri sa mga naganap ay dapat regular na ginagawan upang sukatin ang mga pagganap ng mga subordinate. Ito ay nakakaapekto sa promotion, pagtaas ng sahod sa tinding kaso pagtatanggal sa trabaho. Kagong moral ay promotion lang. Promoting deserving employees is one of the important function of a security exclusive in their vacancy has the option to fill it up by promoting staff member based on his track record in this expected performance in the higher position. Ang pag-promote sa mga dapat na empleyado ay malagang tungkulin ng isang security exclusive. Sila ay nagpupuno ng mga bakanting position batay sa stock record at inaasahang pagganap sa mas mataas na posisyon. Kilid, Aliyah. Kaya kilid. Kilid. Morally. Ang kilid na. Morally and welfare. Ang dapat na. Ako yung report na.
Communication.
Ako yung report na.
Ha?
Okay, tama na. Okay, kana. Morally and welfare. In security, all things being equal, employee welfare should be given the utmost importance along with moral. The security exclusive should be able to motivate his subordinate, make them function as team and still fight in end identification with their organization. The security exclusive should be realized that the manpower is their product, thus the people's well-being, welfare and moral should be achieved. Personal development, fairness and constancy. Ang karapatan ng mga empleyado ay malaga sa security. Tinitiyak nito ang isang motivation sa team, pagmamalaki sa organization at patas na consistent na pagtrato or karang na sila yung mga respeto sa usag-usaba. Communication. Continuing communication within the security organization and with other subdivision of the company and major responsibility of the security exclusive. You shall be able to communicate upward and downward and literally as well as receive communication from above, below and literally. Ang patuloy na communication sa loob ng organization at malagap para sa mga security exclusive. Pinapadali nito ang pagdaloy ng impormasyon pataas at pababa at mahalagang impormasyon. Kaya po, thank you.
Some management practitioners should be conversant. These should be assigned to each executive. Number 2, responsibility should always be coupled with corresponding authority. Number 3, no change should be made in the scope or responsibilities of a position without a definite understanding to that effect on the part of all persons concerned. Number 4, no executive or employees occupying a single position in the organizations should be subject to definite orders from more than one source. Number 5, orders should never be given to subordinates over the head of responsible executive. The management should instead supplant the officer in questions. Number 6. Number 6, criticisms of subordinates should, whenever possible, be made privately and in no case should be criticized in the presence of executives or employees of equal or lower rank. Number 7, no dispute or difference executives or employees as the authority of responsibility should be considered to trivial for prompt and careful adjudication. Number 8, promotions, wage adjustments, and disciplinary actions should always be approved by the executive immediately superior to the one directly responsible. Number 9, no executive or employee should ever be required or expected to be at the same time an assistant to and critic of another. Number 10, any executive whose work is subject to regular inspections should, wherever practicable, be given the assistant and facilities necessary to enable him to maintain an independent check of the quality of his work. And let's proceed to the next reporter.
Bad
Okay.
income.
Chapter 11. Okay, sa chapter 11 na ta. Implementation, problem solving, and audit and inspection. At the end of this chapter, the student will be able to enumerate the top management's responsibility and implementation in security programs. Enumerate problem-solving techniques and pitfall and decision making. Enumerate factors and effect decision. Enumerate the question to be used in conducting a security audit and explain formal, informal, structured, and unstructured security audits. So sa program implementation, the top management should always be interested in the implementation of any security program. They must extend complete support to the program in accounting basis. They must be willing to take action, ensure that employees at the other levels comply with the requirements that have been established for the protection of personnel and other assets. Ang program implementation is the process of putting a well-defined plan or intervention sa pagsasanay upang makamit ang mga tiyak na layunin at ninanais na resulta. Dito sa involvement of others. Non-security employees can be of great assistance in the implementation of the security program, and their active participation can contribute employees to its success. Thus, it is important to keep others aware and involved. So, ang involvement others, it refers to the act or process of including or being included with the other people in activity, action, and decision or situation. Setting priorities and meeting schedules. The higher and criticality rating of the identified vulnerability, the higher it is its priority in the implementation of countermeasures. It is important also that the time frame is otherwise established limit could affect the entire program. So, sa entire program, it's about deciding what to do first, prioritizing, and then making sure it gets done on the time while schedules. Okay, sa PICAS, Ambis.
Yes. Sige na.
Pag-uncam.
Okay po, kuya. So, drills and rehearsal. Some areas of the security program would need regular drills or rehearsal which stimulates anticipated conditions, crisis management, fire drill, bomb threat handling, and response to a robbery. So, drills and rehearsal are practices exercise that helps people prepare for emergency. They want like acting out a real life situation so that everyone knows what to do if it actually happens. So, drills and rehearsal, ginagamit ko siya para mahasang ilang lawas o na maabot nga emergency sa isa ka syudad. And the example of this is fire drill, bomb threat handling, and robbery response. Next po, validation and updating plans. During program implementation, opportunities arise to improve, countermeasure, or reinforce those found effective. If new conditions present themselves, necessary adjustments sometimes need to be made in the security program. So, validation and updating plans. This section talks about keeping security programs to date and effective when you are putting a plan into action. So, validation ni updating plans magamit ni siya kanang na may mga dagko nga event dapat update yun siya nga plano kanang ready na kayo ka tapos i-validate nimo. And example on this is, let's say a company creates an cybersecurity. So plan that includes a firewall to block. Yan lang ang validation in updating plans. Next kay program evaluation. So program evaluation at the end of the timetable or drills rehearsal the security program or part of it need to be evaluated. Issues such as relevance or adequacy of countermeasures, cost effectiveness, etc. need to be addressed to check the existence of vulnerability which may trigger the need for a much responsive security program. So, program evaluation is a systematic process used to assess the effectiveness, efficiency, and relevance of a security system. Its primary goal is to determine if the program is achieving its stated objectives, providing value, and identifying areas for improvement. So, program evaluation is magamit ni siya sa kanang event nga hanay o secure. Dapat naay mga dagkong nga event, secure dapat ang area, walay ubot na hitabo o kanang hanay siya mahuman. Yan lang ang program evaluation. So, factor affecting decisions, prior experience, a reliable course of action that worked before may very much work again in similar situation. Self-interest, one's own interest may not be the best for others. The ideal situation here is to balance one's interests with those of the others. Tradition. There are good tradition, but there are those that limit the way doing things and become the basis for the decision because they form the easiest way out. Creativity. This is the opposite of tradition. It has resulted in a lot good in some areas, but for the sake of change is a healthy way to arrive at a decision, authority, or expert opinion. This should be given great consideration. So, factor affecting decision. Decision regarding a security program are not purely technical. They are complex business decisions influenced by a blend of business, regulatory, human, and financial factors. These factors determine how much is invested, what is protected, and the level the organization is willing to accept. So, the example of this is deciding to implement multi-factors authentication or MFA. That's all are my report. Thank you.
Chapter 12 Security Personnel. For our learning objectives for this chapter, at the end of this chapter, the student will be able to define private security guard, enumerate the types of security guard and their advantages and disadvantages, enumerate the general functions of a security guard, explain the category of private security training, enumerate the qualifications, functions, and attributes of security personnel, security guards, security officers, security consultants, and private detectives. Explain the powers and duties of the security guards. So, enumerate the functions of private detective and the security supervisors, enumerate the desirable qualities of security guards and security supervisors, and explain the provisions of the private security agency law in terms of the organization, management, operations, limitations, and prohibitions, and administrative sanctions to private security agencies. So this is the definition. Private security guard is sometimes called watchman. It is person who offers or renders personal service to watch or secure or evidence business, establishment, or building, compound, areas, property. He is usually tasked to inspect or monitor, bodily check individuals and baggage. He also does other forms of security inspection physically, manually, or scientifically, or electronically. So, types of guards. So, modern is lang mga types of guard. First is company guard force. This is So, ang private security guard di ay, so modern sila ang ginatawag nga watchman or kuan. Sila ang mga tao nga personal service para magbantay o para sa seguridad sa mga presa sa company, magtrabaho sila sa company, security guard sila sa company. So mo po na ilahang ginabantayan para masiguro o nga safe ang kumpanya, dili lang kumpanya kundi pwede po siya sa store, pwede po siya sa kanang airport, sila ang monitor or ga-check, di ba, kabantay mo ng mga na mag-check sa inyo ha kanang kanang ganing sensor, kanang metal sensor nga kuan, kanang ganing pag ano na sa imuha idikit na sa imuhang kanang lawas is kanang nasay kanang ma-detect ba kanang nagani color green or red. If green siya tanan is buot pasabutan na wala kay kanang nadala or wala kay gidala nga kanang kuan, kanang gamit nga ano siya, dili siya dangerous para sa kuan. Muna siya nya mag-inspection po na sila kanang silang inspection or monitor sa mga bagahe kung nasa airport nya. So, types of guards. So, kini din, first is company guard force. This is the security guard recruited and employed and entitled to the same benefits received by the company. They are in the company payroll employees. Recruitment of company the same as that of other employees, requiring pre-employment checks, clearance, and submissions of pertinent documents. Those selected get their license from PNP or SOSIA or SOSIA before they undergo security guard training prior to assumption of duties. So kining company guard force, kini sila ang mga security guards nga na-recruit or kanang empleyado ni sila sa company nga kuan mo ni sila ang tagabantay sa kuan sa entrance and exit sa kumpanya o kanang kuan ano po ni sila makadawat po ni sila kanang same benefits ragod gihapon sa empleyado sa kuan, empleyado sa kumpanya. Kung say magkuha nga benefit sa empleyado sa kumpanya mo po ni sila mga security guards kuan. Tapos kini lang kuan ang recruitment sa ilang company is pareha ra gyapon sa uban pang mga empleyado kung unsay mga requirements nga mga documents, unsay mga requirements nga about ang kanang personal info nimo para sa nang mga ang required clearance in kanang NBI or sa bisag unsa pa na nga dara kanang personal info nimo kung sa ilang mga required nga ginapangayo. So katong mga napili nga mga security guard makuha na nila ilahang license gikan sa Philippine National Police or PNP, tapos kining sa SOSIE or SOSIA or SOSIA ba na siya before na sila mag-undergo kanang pang security guard training para sa ilahang prior duties. So ang second is kining security agency service. A security guard belonging to privately licensed agency guards are provided on contractual basis. The agency supplies the number of guards needed to carry out the security duties and functions required. This may include supervision as part of the force, or if the force is small, supervision may be done by scheduled visits. So si kini ding security agency service mo din sila ang mga private nga license agency, or kini sila ang mga security agency nga naga-provide og kanang security guard. Kini sila ang ga-provide kung pila kinahanglan sa tao or sa kung asa sila ma-assign para sa nang magkuan sila kanang na sa store. So kailangan man nila og kanang security guard. So kining tag-iya sa store, so sila ang mag-adto dito sa security agency para mangayo og para mag-request og kanang security guard. Tapos pagkahuman kay sila na pud pagkahuman na mangayo ang mag-request og kanang security guard ang tag-iya sa store. Then pagkahuman kay ingon niya dito pila yang kinahanglan nga security guard para magbantay sa iyang store. Tapos pero kuan siya kanang nani siya kontrata o pila ka tuig ang serbisyo sa security guard dito sa store. Ingana siya. So kini sila ang mga agencies nga may nagagunit og kanang if kailangan ninyo security guard, sila inyo hangadtuon. So murag bali kumbaga sila ang nagagunit kanang sa security guard. Dili man ka basta-basta mag security guard kung walay agency. Dili ka basta-basta og kanang security guard kung wala kay agency. So kailangan na jud ni matujud ka sa ilahang office pud nila. Tapos and the last, government guard forces. A security guard recruited and employed by the government. He is assigned to guard government installation and other government assets. He is entitled to all benefits received by the other government employee and under the control and supervision of Civil Service Commission. So kini pong government guard forces mo ni sila mga security guard nga na-recruit or employ sa mga gobyerno. Mo po ni sila ang mga assign nga tagbantay sa mga kanang tagbantay sa mga mga kuan kanang agianan, exit ug entrance niya. Pwede po ni kanang sila pud ni ang mga kuan sila po niya mga ginapang-assign sa kuan kanang para mag-guard sa mga sa gobyerno. Tapos ug sa mga uban pang kuan government assets nya kuan po ni sila kanang kini po sila kay makadawat po na sila og benefits parehas ra gihapon sa government employees o kanang kuan ni sila under control ni sila under the control and supervision of Civil Service Commission or CSC. And that's all. Any questions or clarifications? If wala na is that's all. Thank you.